are about to go in the U.S. Embassy for your interview, right? And guess what we're here to do? We want to give you questions that you should expect, how to answer it, how to come out and win and be successful. My voice is gone, but hey, we're still here to help you. So that's what you need to worry about. Who are we? This is Kooturu Global. This is what we do for life. I have the K1 King here, Roger.
Yeah,
Tell them,
up,
man.
Bro?
Tell them, let them know what we do for life.
You can't go wrong with Kooturu Global, you know.
You cannot go wrong. This is why we qualify. We're not lawyers out here. We're consultants. We help people with the K1 case. Go to our YouTube channel. We have testimonies. We are currently helping people. We constantly helping people. Actually, you know what? You see Roger, the K1 King over there? He actually went through the K1 interview himself. So that means we actually shot a video, but it was in Chi. You can check it out on our channel. When he landed here in the US, and you know, I went on some little rounds with him and did some car interview with him. But today we want to focus on the questions that you be asked, right? We want to not set you up, but we want to prepare you so you go in there and come out victorious. Right. Now, with that being said, let's just kick straight into the video. Kooturu Global, you already know our mission. In the next 5 years, how many people we're trying to help, Rod?
20,000, bro.
20,000 people that we're trying to help migrate here successfully. It could be either through the K1. Hey, you're watching this video, you might be one of 20,000 people, right? Because you're about to go in and do your interview. So hopefully this is going to be a video that will really give you a nice perspective of what you should expect. So let's go straight into it. We are going to share our screen with you. Hey, and guess what? Before I even go through, let me give you some confidence. Before I even share some of the things that we're about to show you, the expectation and all that, I want to play a quick video for you. We helped a young man just this year, not too long ago. He went in the embassy, got his visa. He was so excited. He shot a video and, you know, he just wanted to say something about Kooturu Global, just to give you the confidence that we know exactly what we're doing. So catch that video. Derek, how did you find out about us, Kooturu Global?
Okay, well, I found Kooturu Global on Instagram, but initially my friendship started falling from since 2023.
All right.
And things has been really tough. People has taken my money and all sort of stuff. But one midnight, I was laying down thinking, and I just went on Instagram. So I saw Kooturu Global and the way they were talking, I was like, yo, let me give it a try. So the following day, I called and trust me, the way they received me and everything, it was so perfect. And we started this journey, not up to even a month. And today, God being so good, I have gotten my visa. So folks, Kooturu Global is real.
Wow.
Kooturu Global is real. I'm saying it for the last time. Kooturu Global is real.
All right.
They gave me the interview questions, and everything they asked me was in the interview question. And it was so simple. The way they documentarily did this thing. Kooturu Global, the best. See, don't hesitate to. This is real and genuine.
Now that you're done watching that video, let's kick straight into it, Raj.
Yes.
Give them the rundown, just like you gave Derek, the guy that they were just watching. He was successful, right? Yeah. Actually, Roger was the one that trained him, right? Gave him all the expectation. We do have, Derek came for one of our package, and inside of that package, we have mock interviews that we do with people. We actually help prepare and set up possible questions that they can ask you. And actually, if you could tell in the video, we showed you the sheet, the questions that we helped set up. And guess what? Everything they asked him was in that sheet. Okay, we do that for our client. This is how we do it. All right, Roger, let's take it straight away.
All right. First of all, congrats. You have your interview coming up shortly. You have to know a few things about yourself, know a few things about your fiance. Yeah, so you can't go wrong with it. Yeah, so know yourself well, know your date of birth, know your name, your first name, your last name, as well as your fiance.
Now, Roger, let's go to that. Knowing yourself, everybody knows that, right?
Yes.
You know, it's not like you're gonna go in there and they're gonna ask you, tell me about yourself, and you have to give like a whole essay about yourself, right?
Yes, that's right. But
it's not going to be something like that, but it's going to be more of like state your name,
your date of birth,
your date of birth,
exactly, and then your fiance's name, your fiance's date of birth, and you know, how did you meet your fiance? You know, you should have those stories at your fingertips with your fiance's date of birth. How did you meet? When did you meet? You understand? When did your relationship get romantic? You know, tell me about your love story. You know, those are the questions. You know, it can come from many angles. So it's about knowing what to say at the right time. You understand? Yes.
Roger, do you know one of the biggest mistakes I see people do? They don't watch out for the specifics. What I mean by watch out for the specifics is the dates, the time, the where. You need to know the where, the what, the when, the time, and like you need to know all those little details, because you could. It's almost like, I don't want to intimidate you, but it's almost like, you know, when you go to the court, when you're working with a judge, right? And the judge is, you're trying to win a case. You have to present things in dates, time. You need to act as if you are like a computer. You need to have timestamp for everything, right? So when they ask you, oh, when did you meet, you know, your fiance? If you don't don't want them to just keep on going and all that. Roger, how would you answer that question?
Yeah, that's a beautiful question. So by answering that question, you give them a date.
Date.
Yes,
Date.
the specific date. Oh,
Yes.
I started talking to my fiancé on 4th of March 2021.
Right. And that is a lot. That is sometimes some of the mistakes that people do for the counselor to doubt. Right? They will start doubting you because some people, when they are asked that same question, Roger, that you just answered, do you know what they say? Well, I started talking to my fiancé about a couple of years ago. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
You're not giving specific dates. There's no time. There's no like contest. It's like it's like you're not sure. Do you know what they hate, Raj? The counselors hate people who are not sure. It's like you're saying something, but you're not sure.
You're guessing.
You're guessing. Like, especially if it's an information you are supposed to know, but you are not sure. You are guessing. When did you meet your fiancé? Well, I don't know. Was it like a year ago or 2 years ago? I don't know. Somewhere in the summer last year. You don't want somewhere in the summer last year. That is like a red flag for them to know how unprepared you are, Raj, right?
That's right. Yes.
You want to be giving them that specific date. Just like the same question that I asked Roger, right? I met my fiancé, just like Roger said, I met my fiancé on this date, right? At this time here in this country. That's where we met. That is how you answer a full question and not guess, right? A lot of people are saying, well, another mistake that Roger they do. People are like, well, I have the documents in front of them. The information is on it. You think if they have time to look at all that documents, they'll be asking you questions? They wouldn't, right? You check online and you check every embassy, and what do they normally say? Like recently, Roger, I was checking some interview that a consulate, I think manager or someone from the American embassy internally, and he was saying that, hey, guess what? These consulates do not have time checking all sort of documents. They only have about, listen to this, and I'm going to write it here. They only have about 2 minutes to 3 minutes to finish an interview, make a judgment whether you qualify or you don't. 2 to 3 minutes. And do you know why they have that 2 to 3 minutes, Raj? The reason why they have that 2 to 3 minutes, because they have a lot of case to process. Trust me, if you're given a job to process about 50 people a day, you think you have time to like, you have the luxury 10 minutes for each person? Nah, it's going to take you a very long time. So 2 to 3 minutes, you need to be fast, not just fast, but you need to be straight to the point. You need to give detailed answer, not detailed answer like yapping. Oh, I met my fiancé, and the time that I met my fiancé, they'll cut you off. They'll say, okay, enough. Right, Roger? I mean,
That's true.
You were there, right?
I was there. When they ask you the question, you have to listen to the question carefully, understand the question before you speak. Boss.
Roger, what typically happens to people that try to talk too much?
They just let you talk.
Right.
Either they cut you off or they just let you talk.
Sometimes, majority of the time, trust me, some of the clients who send in there, they'll cut you off. If you're talking too much, they say, okay. Yeah, we got it. They'll just give you that sign. Got it. That means shut up. You're talking too much. I got enough.
Yeah.
Don't try to waste my time. I have only 2 to 3 minutes. Don't waste my time.
Yeah.
Sometimes like people ask, oh, where did you meet? So one day I was going to.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate.
Right?
Yeah.
That's some of the wrong ways people answer questions when they go to the embassy. How did you meet? Oh, so it was this pastor friend of mine who took us. It was this pastor friend of mine, a spiritual mother. I've heard someone go in there and say, I had a spiritual mother.
Seriously.
And I went to a church. Like, this is real shit. Like, this is the type of way people answer questions. I had a spiritual mother. A very, very spiritual, faithful mother. That woman is very powerful. Telling the consulates this. So one day, we typically go to church every Wednesday. You think they have the time for that? If your answer is taking more than a minute to answer, they're gonna cut you off. As I said, the time that they are working within is 2 to 3 minutes. They want to know something quick so that they can make a judgment, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So majority of the time, the information you gave them are the same information they're going to be asking you. You're probably going to be asking yourself, Raj.
That's right.
Right? Like, why are they asking me this? Meanwhile, I provided them with the information. Well, guess what? That's what shows you that they did not have the time to go through all those documents. So you need to fill them in so they can make a decision quick.
That's right. Yeah. And it's also not based on the fact that the document is your document. So if you know your document and you've not rehearsed your document, or you don't know what's in your document, you're off guard.
Yeah. And majority of the times too, they know that this process, especially when it comes to the K1, it's been through multiple departments, or let's put it in our words, department, right? Meaning that it went through USCIS, it went through NVC. So they know that there are multiple checkpoints that this case has gone through. And if you didn't do anything right, those checkpoints would have catch you a long time. That is why they are not wasting time going through it all over again, because the application already went through some checkpoints already. Okay, so they have 2 to 3 minutes. Just keep that in mind. Okay, you keep your answers straight to the point. You give them exactly what they want, right? So let's say, Roger, if they ask you, how did you meet? How did you and your fiancé meet? When you went to the interview, right? When they asked you that question, what did you tell them?
I was a simple question and a simple answer because I've rehearsed it a lot. I told them I met my fiancé over a WhatsApp platform on this date and this time, and that was it.
That's it.
Or you can also say, oh, I met my fiancé through a mutual friend at this place, at this time, and this month, and this year. That is it.
That's it. Yeah. I met my fiancé on her vacation to Ghana. We met at the beach on this day and this time. Yeah. We exchanged numbers. That's where we started off from. Simple. Within 10 seconds, you're done.
Yeah. And the counselor might play a mind game with you. Okay, you became friends, and what happened? Like when did you guys date, or when did you ask out? You just have to those ones maybe it's not written up there. You just have to use your head and like, oh, in a few months or in a week or in 2 weeks. They just want to know how detailed you are, looking at your relationship, not just by documents, but you knowing what you have given out to them.
Right. I mean, Raj, thank you for that. That's brilliant, right? So other questions they might ask you about your fiancé. Oh, where does your fiancé live? Oh, there's the wrong way people answer it. My fiancé, Chicago, or actually somebody went into the US embassy and said, oh, my fiancé live in New York, Maryland. I'm dead serious. This is a real story. The guy went out there and said my fiancé live in New York, Maryland.
That'd be 2 states, and I said
two states at the same time.
Yeah, at the same
so
time.
The counselor was like, New York, Maryland? Yeah, okay. My friend, you're not going to see a visa if you do that. Do not do that. Don't put 2 states at the same time. You ask, where does your fiancé live in the US? They want specific. They already know that you have your fiancé's address on the sheet with them. They want to know if you know that information, because majority of the time, guess what? That's where you're going to stay. So you should know it off head.
It should just be your fiancé's address. You should just say the full address.
Right. Sometimes this is what people also ask. Raj, can I have a cheat sheet with me? Like a paper with me that I can just, oh, my fiancé's address is this, that, and be looking over it.
No.
Professionally, because they don't have time and because it will make you nervous and then it will just make it seem like you are not prepared. Just learn it. It's not hard. Rene Baba, right? It's not hard for you to just say, hey, my fiancé live in 300 Eastern Boulevard Street, Connecticut. Connecticut, what's the city?
Connecticut is a state. Let's say the city. Let's say Hartford.
Yeah, Connecticut, Hartford, or Hartford, Connecticut. Or Stamford, Connecticut. Whatever the case may be. Right? Just learn it, right? There is no, like, these people are not going to tell you can't have a cheat sheet or you cannot look at, something and read it off. But professionally, because they don't have time and you want to respect their time, when they ask you what's the address, this is not the time for you to pick up. So the address it make it look like you don't even know this person, right? So please don't do that, right? If you're planning to do that, don't do that, right?
Yeah, that's why you have to come to Kooturu Global. That's why we're consultants. We'll make all your pain go away.
Away. Let me tell you something, Raj. Like, when especially the video that they watch, right?
Yeah, that's right.
When we sent Derek out there, Derek came by. He's like, "Oh my God, Kooturu Global, I love you guys, man. You guys made this thing so easy."
It's like juju. It's like magic,
right? It was like magic.
It
was like because we took him through the whole process countless of time. We told him exactly how it's gonna look like, who he's gonna meet first, how he's gonna go through the whole fingerprinting system and swearing and all that. We did mock interview. When we do the mock interview with our clients, it's real. Like we make everything real.
That's right.
We even bring in the accent. Hey, my friend. Hey, how you doing? I lost my voice, so I can't really do the accent. Hey, how you doing? Can you swear? Okay, cool.
Can you raise your right hand up?
Raise your hand right. Like we give you the rundown. We give you the rundown, people. Come on, man. I'm telling you.
We don't leave
anything, right?
We don't leave anything. We give you everything. The cake and the ice and everything. We don't leave anything out.
I'm telling you.
Yeah. We give you detailed information. So there's no way you go wrong with it. So when you come out, you're excited because all what we've gone through with you is what you went to experience.
Exactly.
So
do you know what I love?
Take you off guard.
Raj, do you know what I love? Like the thing that I really love that we do for our clients is the way that we even train them for worst case scenario. With us, we have this mentality. We act as if you are going to war and we train you for it. We don't train you and have the attitude that it's going to be easy. We always have the attitude. We want to give our clients the attitude that it's going to be hard. So when they go in and it's easy, they're like, oof, I took it that was easy, right? Because sometimes it can be hard. You can't be dealing with a counselor that will grill you, right? A lot of people go in there like, oh yeah, my interview was like 1 minute. Cool. Does that mean that yours is going to take 1 minute? No. Right? Let me tell you, a gentleman came to us, Kooturu Global, well. Now they joined our community. Roger, I don't know if that time you were there when we were on that line. They joined the Kooturu global community, and this is what the gentleman said. He's a black guy, of course, dating a white woman. Okay, and then obviously the white woman was here in the state. He is African. I mean, he's Ghanaian. He was in Ghana. He went in for the interview, and he said my consulate was the youngest consulate in the whole embassy. I said, oh really? She said, yeah, that was a little fine thing. I said, okay. So even when you went there, you were filling the consulate, and you know this guy. Okay. Anyways, so he said one afternoon he just walked in a car. He had an appointment in the afternoon. He goes in there, set the whole experience, air conditioned, everything cool. He sat down for about almost like getting to an hour, 15 minutes. They called his name. Walks up to the consulate office and they ask him, tell me about your fiancé. Tell me like normal, typical things that the same thing we're discussing here. Yeah. But there was an issue. His fiancé was older than him, not by 5, not by 6, over 10 years. And the consulate started to go in deep. They're like, oh really? So do you think this is real love? They started like prove your love. They were drilling this guy. Like after he gave all the information, like they drilled him enough. They were asking him questions. Well, where does she live? Father's name, mother's name. Does she have any siblings? Do you know her siblings? Are you related to like who's the older sibling? Who's the younger sibling? Like the whole 9 yards. They went in on this individual, right? And then after he answered all their questions right, they were still doubting him. It was only when he came to me that I was like, oh, they thought it was a romance scam. That's why they were doing that to you. At the end of the day, they did not even give him the visa. Yeah, they told him that we don't think this is real because look at your age and look at the lady's age. And the guy was trying to defend himself. He's like, but age is just a number. I said, hey, Masa, that's the streets line. You're trying to use the streets line on the consulate. Yeah, right? Age is just a number. Like, age is just a number, blah, 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 blah. But at the end of the day, guess what? They denied him. He phones the fiancé. And, at the end of the day, after even they denied him, they gave the case back to USCIS. And USCIS ended up calling the white lady. And it was like a whole, like, they're trying to do an investigation to see that is this real love, right? So what does this mean? It doesn't mean that you just go in there and your case will be straight, right? No, sometimes it'll be a bit off, right? You're gonna have to sort of like defend yourself in some certain scenario. So whenever we are training our clients, we give them that defense mechanism. It's not like you're going there to fight them. Oh, please don't do that. Don't want to go to them. That's the last place you would want to take any rubbish. Any of your, that's the last place you'd want to step with all that kind of shenanigans, right?
That's right.
But we ask you, we train you to sort of defend yourself in a way that if they deny you and you think they have wrongly denied you, you can sort of like not have an argument, but argue your case, right? Hey, but I thought that if I'm able to prove this, that, I'm supposed to get the visa or I'm supposed to get my visa approved. But now you're denying me based on this reason. And I think this is not right. You can challenge them. It doesn't mean it's going to go your way. The best place to challenge your case is there physically. Because once they close that window, boom, and you leave that embassy. Well, last, I don't know. It's just a lawyers, right? Except you go through the lawyers and stuff like that. Roger, so it says here, tell a lovely love story about your relationship. Yes.
All right. So I'll come in here. You can have your interview section. You appear before the consulate, and the consulate will have your documents and what have you. Ask you your name, your fiance's name. Before that, you swear and all of that. And your fiancé can just put it back and fold their hands and like, okay, so now tell me your love story. Now when I was your so it's like, tell me your love story. So now what they can't myself. You understand? Yeah. So this is when we were the grooming. So you'd be like, oh yes, my fiancé and I, this is how we met. This is how long we've been talking. This is when she did. This is when you have to just tell a summarized story of your relationship within a minute. We'll definitely go through that with you, tell you what to say, what not to say, like when to hear, when some things you're not supposed to say. So we teach you how to answer those questions, like detailed. Detailed. So in other words, just let us know your love story. We'll look into your case. We'll tell you how to answer your questions. What to say and what not to say, and you're good to go. Kooturu Global, we're here to make your pain go away.
Okay, so I think it's one of the most easiest visa category, but then at the same time, it's really rough. It could be rough sometimes. So you got to be careful. You got to go through the right hoops. You got to go through the right angles to get the visa approved, right?
That's right.
One of the things that I love about what we do, Raj, is the almost 50 questions that we give to our clients, right? So aside from giving you all the tips and everything, I know that you are hearing us talk about, hey, these guys are talking about what they do for their clients and all that, but we're giving you that so that you know how to also prepare. Normally, what we typically do is whenever we're working with clients, we look at their case thoroughly and we pick every single angle. We draft about 50 questions out of their case. We put it in a nice document. I think Derek did show it in a video somewhere.
Yes.
We put it in a nice document and then we give it to them to study it, right? So we'll give it to the beneficiary who's going to the interview to study it. Some of the questions is about about him or her, the beneficiary, and some of the question is about the practitioner, right? The person who filed, right? So they will learn everything. And guess what? Ever since we've been doing that for our clients, there's not a single time they walk in that embassy and they are asked a question they cannot answer.
You can't go wrong with that.
You can't go wrong because we cover every single aspect of their lives, every aspect, relationship. We have it categorized in this way. So if there's children, you got to know the children's information. If there is, you have to know the relationship details, right? We're giving you the jigs here. Take notes. These are stuff you need to know about your fiancé and yourself, okay? So if there is a child involved, let's say if the person who filed for you has it like a child, you need to learn about that child or their children information, right? You need to learn about that. And then you need to know about your relationship details. R for relationship details. So relationship details such as how long have you guys been together or talking together? How long did you date before getting in? When was a proposal? And who proposed? What do you and your fiancé have in common? Like these kind of relationship questions, we have it set up for our clients, right? I'm giving you some of it, right?
Yeah.
And then we also have personal information about your fiancé, right? So personal information can be, what does your fiancé do for work? What does your fiancé go to church? Like we set it up in every angle that you can possibly think of. What does your fiancé do on a weekend? Like anything. When was the last time you talked to your fiancé, right? And then we also have fiancé's family members, right?
Yes.
So you have to have
sisters,
family members, mothers, brothers, sisters, how many siblings, whatever. Like have that. That's a category, right? And obviously you know your family, so that's fine. And then career, right?
Career, what your fiancé does for a living.
Career in school, right? So what your fiancé does for work, career is if it's your fiancé schooling, what are they doing? Like we categorize, we give everything to you. So we are giving you the angle, how what we do for our clients, okay? We do gather all the questions, we give it to them. They learn. They go, they ask a question. Sometimes they pick the questions from everywhere, but guess what? Our sheet is it's like a magical sheet. It has all the possible questions. So it's like there's nothing that's catching them off guard. We've done mock interviews. We've done mock interviews where we go through all those, like sometimes it's like 50 questions. And every case, just like Roger say all the time, every case is unique. So sometimes we come up with 50 questions. Sometimes it's just, 30 questions. Sometimes it's even more than 50 questions, right? Every case is different. Do you know why? Because there are some cases where the petitioner will have a child, divorced. If there's divorce, if there's a child, the questions will be set different. If there's no child, the questions will be set different. If they are young couples, the questions will be set different.
If they are older couples,
the questions will be set different.
Every case is unique.
Every case is unique.
Yes.
So, and then the rest, we're not really going to go into details with it. It's the normal stuff we've been talking about, evidence of WhatsApp log, exchange of flights, video calls and all that. You're not specifically, sometimes they can ask you questions about it, like when was the last time you talked to your fiancé? Did you talk to your fiancé this morning? Or, when was the last time you talked to your fiancé? How many times do you talk?
A day,
how many times do you talk a day? Did you get that question?
Yeah, I got that question. How many times do you talk a day? So
how many times
we talk often. We talk often. It's just we talk every day, or you can say every day, or you talk often. That's it.
Right.
Yeah. Exchange of gifts if applicable. If your fiancé has gotten you a gift, you can add it up to it. Like a picture of it, you don't necessarily have to bring the entire gift into the room, and you're good to go. And pictures of receipt of rings, vacation expense, like your getaway and what have you. Yes.
So this video is taking long, but we're gonna give you a bonus tip.
That's right.
Especially if you're Ghanaian and you've watched the video to this far. Thank you. God bless you. The bonus tip we're gonna give you is this question. A lot of people don't know about it. It has gotten people refused visas. They will ask you a traditional marriage custom kind of question. So you know how Ghana we have like, Roger, can you go?
Yes. Yeah. So it goes like this. Have you met your fiance's family? Yes.
Right. And then you're gonna say yes.
Actually,
right?
Yes. Have you guys had any traditional marriage? Have there been an engagement? Have there been exchange of rings?
Yes.
Have there been exchange of drinks? Yeah. So those are questions that they ask into details.
Right.
Was there a ceremony?
Right. So when it comes to the traditional marriage customs type of questions, you want to be very careful because they use that aspect to get a lot of people, especially because the reason why we're saying traditional marriage, right? Every embassy knows the tradition of whatever country that it's on, right? So especially if we're talking about Ghana, the Ghana embassy knows that if you go and you give drink and you give the lady's father, it's marriage. They know that.
Yes, they know it's marriage. Yeah.
They know you don't have to go to the court for it to be marriage. They know if you exchange drinks, it's marriage. So they will sometimes give you a tricky question and say, have you exchanged any drinks? God forbid, you say yes. Oh yeah, I went to the daddy's house and then I gave the daddy a drink.
Give me a Hennessy.
Oh, Vesano, I told you.
Man, Papa Hennessy.
Papa, no, snap.
Snaps. Yeah, snaps.
Man, Papa snap you are telling the consulate, like trying to prove that this is real. Like my fiancé is real.
Drinks. Yeah.
I'm giving drinks.
Yeah, you've given out drinks to that.
The visa is gone at that point if you go and say that you exchange drinks. Because once you say you exchange drinks, you're gonna say, oh, okay, did you give the mother something too? Yeah, I give the mother something. What did you give the mother? Oh, I gave the mother some cloves, blah blah blah. Oh, okay, was there people around? Did you have any gathering there? Yes, I did. To them, you're like, okay, I'm gonna deny you today. Go and do the, what is it called? CR1, which is the spousal, because you guys are married. This category is for fiancé, so be careful.
It's for unmarried people.
It's for unmarried people. So don't come here pretending as if you're married, right?
Yeah,
so for the bonus, guys, we hope you really did enjoy this video. God bless you so much. Raj, what do you say?
Thanks so much. And like I always say, Kooturu Global, we are dedicated to each and every client. We're also dedicated to our cases, respectively. Don't stress about it. Don't research so much about it. Just give us the burden. Bring the burden to us. Let's carry a cross for you. Kooturu Global, let's make your K1 pain go away.
Perfect. One last thing I gotta say too, a lot of people are coming to us and they're like, oh my God, I've been sitting there. My case got approved at NVC. I still haven't gotten an interview date. It's almost been like 6 months. It's almost been like 1 year. Hey, sister, brother, you are wasting your life. Come and see us. We know how to kick, how to boot.
We know where to kick.
we call it boot for boot.
We know how to press.
We know how to press.
We know where to press.
And get the interview date. We can't tell you when the interview date is going to come, but we know how to get. Let me tell you a story before we go quickly. You see the guy that you saw, right? The one that we showed the testimony. When he came to us. Actually, we had a whole testimony video with him, so you can check it out on the YouTube. I'll leave it up on the screen right after this video. But when he came to us, he had been sitting there for almost 2 years. 2 years. That means his case was in Ghana. He was sitting there for 2 years. And guess what? He came to Kooturu Global. He said, hey guys, I even have lawyers. Lawyers are trying to help me. It doesn't seem like it is working. So I don't know. I'm frustrated. Can you guys really help? We said, Kooturu Global is your last stop. Once you see us, you can never go wrong.
No, you can't go wrong with it. Like,
you can't go wrong.
Yeah.
So guess what?
He
was a bit hesitant in the beginning. He saw what we're doing out there for our community, for our people. He's like, hey, I trust you. So he picked one of our package, right? And then after he picked one of the package, he came and guess what? The day that he picked the package, we actually calculated it. It was 3 weeks. We got him an interview date. Someone who has been waiting for almost 2 years. He see us within 3 weeks, we get him interview date. We're not saying that when you come to us within 3 weeks, we're getting you interview. That's not what we're saying. Every case is different.
Every case is unique.
Just like we're saying, right? Every case is unique. We have other 2 clients. Let me tell you that story too. One's case, I've been ready for almost 5 months now at the Accra Embassy. January, their case was ready. They're not hearing anything. Lawyers are telling. It's quite unfortunate. Like every person that comes to us, they've gone through a lawyer, and it wasn't really helpful, right? They came to us. Is hey, go through Global. I went through lawyers. Lawyers couldn't even do this thing. Are you sure you guys can do this? I said, nah. We ain't lawyers, but we soldiers out here. When it comes to the K1, you feel me? When it comes to the K1, we soldiers out here. We ain't lawyers. We're not dressed in suit, tie. Nah, we got our caps. You see Roger right there? He got his snapback, right? Like cap back and all that. But that's a soldier right there. We take our cases serious, right? Yeah. So don't just take us like the fact that we're not dressed in suit, lawyers and stuff. We can't do it. Trust us. The guy registered with us, and guess what? As I'm speaking to you, just yesterday, his interview date came. How did we do it? Come and see us. That's all I can say.
Kooturu Global is a house.
To the world. To the world, baby. Let's go.
Global to the goal.
We'll catch you later, okay?
We'll catch you later. All right,
enough of the talking.
Enough of the talking. Kooturu Global out. Yeah, bye.
Some for to double chair, Mina make us say, Ghana, but there's some Debbie Bram, who person to cry, Eba America, who person will call Canada, Eba school, Hoshia dear, you should go to Robert Chapway. So person will call Dubai, Eba Yetuma, and that's grown piano baby, you're a person who called piano. She should go to Global, a Chapway, a partner contra. That's a wood steer, or bit because where the music Johnny, where's the all this kind of sending an audio Johnny, go to Global, dear Yentissa, yeah. Libi takazaka biala me to dago chewa ma jimejine mu no let us say ya de papa it is a wo hwamia no be na gu screen no so no pa na fra wo go to Global a wo mu ye buei wo mu du betu fa Kooturu Global.